the next bit, the next bit of the first bit. Take 3. And welcome back to the glorious caves that is Van Dam Longboard Shop. We get asked a lot about which surfskate trucks people should buy, which they're going to like better. They all look a bit different, they all feel a bit different. We see some quite interesting opinions about these on the internet, drawing on our experience as skaters, as surfers, as retailers who speak with people every day riding these things. We thought we'd weigh into the conversation, throw some maybe more sensible shit at the wall. So you've got the C7, CX and C5 from Carver. C7 is the original Surfskate truck. It's a normal TKP mounted on a swinging pivoting arm, dual axis truck, and that's why it turns so crazy. Next came the CX. This was a redesign of the C7. They wanted it to do the same, feel the same, have less moving parts, and need less maintenance. The C5 is the latest creation, and this takes the CX, makes it shorter, narrower, lighter, and if you want to ollie, if you want to do tricks, if you want to ride the skate park, if you want to grind, this is your skate park board. It's going to behave best. It takes small, hard wheels while still keeping that classic Carver feeling. But that's not really where the topic of today's conversation lies. Today we're talking about surf skates for the street, pump track, banks, just big wheels, having fun, which is always a conversation between the CX and the C7. When a beginner jumps on these boards at our shop, they tend to prefer the C7. It feels looser out the box. That looseness under the front truck allows you, even without so much confidence, to get it on rail and to build up some speed. When a beginner jumps on the CX, it might feel initially a bit tighter. It takes a little more conviction to put your weight on the rail to get it acting the same way. However, once you have the technique, the CX will do everything that the C7 will do, with more speed, more power. With regard to both the CX and the C7 feeling the same, it's worth pointing out the back truck, the C2. It's awesome. It's not just a regular skate truck on an inch plastic riser. It's actually designed to keep up with the front truck. It's got a taller ride height, same as the front. It's a very slack geometry, so it's very leany, and it has a cranked pivot. So the pivot itself rotates in the cup rather than leaning side to side. You won't have a wheel lifting off the ground if you're turning too tightly, and it also encourages more interaction between the front and the back truck. Clearly, there are less moving parts on the CX, so they have achieved this. The downside of having less moving parts, this is essentially a longboard truck, a reverse kingpin, with a very extreme geometry, and that puts an incredible amount of pressure on your bushings and on your pivot cup. It also rotates the bushing in the front truck. You can even see the washer wiggling side to side there. We have seen over time that that can actually loosen your kingpin nut, which can fly off while you're riding, but that's not really what we're aiming for here. So it is something to watch out for. There are all sorts of creative ideas on how to solve that. There's extra nylock, people turn their nuts upside down. In the end, that bushing is designed to compress, not rotate. That stands in favor of the C7 from a design point of view. The good thing, however, about the moving parts is how much adjustability you've got with the C7. You can tighten the spring, you can tighten down on the thrust bearing itself, and you can tighten up your kingpin nut as normal. With those adjustments, you can have it feeling pretty much like a CX out the box, or you can ride it super loose. You can change it, and all you need to do that is a skate tool. Potentially the C7 is a better design for what it's trying to do. Having said that, I personally do prefer to ride the CX. I think it rewards good technique better. I think there's more interaction between the front and the back of the board, which in the end I think is what feels more like pumping down the line on a surfboard. However, if I was to buy one, I might go for the C7 because I'm lazy, I don't take care of my stuff, and with that I can spend half a day setting up how I want it, getting it feeling real nice, and then I know I don't have to worry about my nuts flying off. Super fun, take care of it. Super fun, don't take care of it. If you're in Bristol or the UK and you fancy coming to Bristol, we've got loads of test boards here. Come and have a go, tell us what you think. Have we hit the mark?